I want to ask you actually from a basic perspective. We have what we call, there are many paths to the divine. So, what is the Tantra path to the divine, and where does it originate from?
So, to get into a little bit of the history of, so scholars are best suited to answer this, but I am talking to you from the point of view of an upasaka. I don't consider myself as a scholar, I'm just a practitioner of the path. Most likely, Tantra originated, what we call as Tantra has some links or parallels with the Atharva Veda. Certain practices were already present at that time. Whether it exactly originated only through the Veda or along with that it was simultaneously going on in this landscape, in this geography, we cannot exactly say, but it is very ancient. First thing we know that.
So, what period was that? The
That
period of the
was
Atharva Veda?
Atharva Veda should be, it came a little later than the first three Vedas, at least 2000 years. Okay, if I'm just taking a very conservative estimate, it would be more than that. I feel that at least 2500 to 3000 should be a proper estimate, but let's just say 2000 years at least. Okay, so Atharva Veda had lot of elements where applications were more important. You might see even mundane applications, whether to get a good progeny, whether to have a good crop or something, whether even if you're attacked by an enemy, how do you counteract that? So that element was there. At the same time, we also find certain development of Tantra that happened in Kashmir region, that happened in eastern India, particularly centered around the Kamakhya temple. And along with it, there's a third development that happened in South India, from where we have the Sri Vidya Tantras. So Kashmir was in a way a very peak place of Tantropasana, centered more around Bhairava form of Shiva. Bhairava is the more aggressive form of Lord Shiva. Okay, so the rationale behind why Tantra is valid, if that question comes up, though its revelation is a little later than the Vedas and the other things, but the idea is that a truth can be revealed at any point by the divine. It is not necessary that only that which is the most oldest is always the best suited. So everything has its context. So the idea is Shiva is in conversation with Parvati, Bhairava is in conversation with Bhairavi, and in that domain of knowledge that is being passed out. So they say that as the Kali Yuga comes in, progresses, the earlier methods of upasana will not suit people of this age because of the general level of corruption being very high. So when we are talking of corruption, at a basic level, there's an environmental corruption always there. So you live in a city. City means there's always going to be some sounds, honking cars, this, that, etc. Those are all corruptions affecting your consciousness. I mean, you can't live in a complete soundproof roof all the time, right? So you'll have to step out to meet people, things like that. So they are saying that the whole atmosphere is getting corrupted, and it will get more the purified, the level of purity that was there in the Satya Yuga as the yugas progress is going to get lesser and lesser, and it will become more dense. So even if you as an individual remain very pure, you're still in that environment which is impure, and you cannot step out of the environment, because that is the kind of a immutable law of nature. So they are saying in this condition, the methodology of upasana of deities have to change, and that is where Tantra comes in. So it is the primary power behind it is the word of Shiva. Shiva says that, okay, I am giving the tantras to the world for lok kalyana, for the benefit of the universe, benefit of sentient beings, and I am passing this knowledge down, which is apt to be practiced in the age of Kali, because men are lifespan is less, they're more stressed, various things are there, so they do not have that capacity to survive in a very, very pure environment for a long period of time, doing sadhanas which were possible in a previous era. So it says that as the Kali Yuga goes, Tantra will slowly become the de facto religious current of the people of Dharma.
So I want to ask you, if I say Tantra is one path, what are the other paths?
So there could be yoga is one path. Meditation, Raj Yoga could be one part. There could be a path related to Hatha Yoga, path related to Kriya Yoga, or anything that relates to control of your breathing, pranayama and other exercises. So these are all paths.